Hello, Chris Jones here, lifewriting.com. My guest today on this lifewriting.com spotlight is Raymond Jones, the creator of Hoodheroeztv. Good morning,
Yes.
Raymond.
Oh, great day, Chris. How you doing, brother?
Hey, I'm
Man,
good. I'm good, really good. Hey,
yes.
hey, hey, thanks so much for setting aside the time to be a part of this. I really appreciate it.
Oh man, definitely.
So you looking good, man.
Thank
I'm loving the look.
you. Oh, thank you. Yes, indeed. Yes,
How's
indeed.
everything been going?
Oh, everything's been going well, man. It's a beautiful day. We're about to run into spring, so I'm loving it.
Yeah, absolutely. So look, cuz I got to jump right into it, man. You've been doing some amazing things, may it be it things I was hearing from other family members, particularly your dad, but tuning in myself, on Hood Heroes TV and your segments and the guests that you have. I'm like, my cousin, yes, everyone, he's my cousin. My cousin has been doing some amazing things, but I really didn't know a lot about it. So I'm
Right.
like, if I don't know a lot about it, I mean, others don't as well, right?
Mhm.
Outside of certain areas and regions, if you will.
Right.
I want to make sure I help you spread the word throughout the freaking country, if not the world.
Yes.
That's my point.
Oh, appreciate it. I can't
So
turn that down.
so I want to learn a little more about Mr. Jones, and in doing so, I've set up a few questions that I want to pose to you, and yeah, I just want to shine a little light on you, right, the man, and again, some of the amazing things that you're doing, and oh, by the way, what things kind of along the way have motivated and push you to get to where you are, right?
Nice.
So, in saying all of that, what are some of the things you do to just to get started in your day?
Well, I try my best to when I wake up, I meditate. That's the first thing I do. Even when I don't feel like it, I start my day because that pretty much sets up the rest of my day. I start on a positive vibration and I call it my spiritual force field. So with meditation, that's how I start my day. And when I do that, I know I'm gonna have a great day.
Let me tell you that spiritual force field. I love that.
Hmm.
And oh, by the way, I may actually incorporate just the utilization of that phrase itself into my thinking every morning as
Yes,
well.
yes.
I like it. So kind of along those lines, after you're doing that, your typical day usually looks like what?
So after I meditate, do some visualization, some affirmations, I'm setting up my altar as well. I want to get into revering my ancestors, my lineage, the ones that came before us, our people that were here that aren't here physically. They're still our family and they still need love. So I think that's one thing that we need to do more often. So that's what I'm setting up my altar. So I'm visualized, I speak to them, communicate with them, and then I go to the gym, I work out. After I work out, I come to the office and I plan my shows. But before I do that, I do some what I call pre-market evaluation because
Mm,
I day trade. So the night before, I'm already selecting what stocks to trade.
mm.
And then in the morning at opening bell, starting at 9:30, I start day trading. And I day trade for maybe like an hour or two at the most.
Awesome.
And I got a target for what I do. And then I day trade for a couple of hours. Then I get into the rest of my day, which is going out and doing community work. That's
Nice.
what a typical good day looks like.
Nice. Nice. I tell you that day trading, I've dabbled a little. I'm a novice by far, but I know a couple guys who play around and dabble with that. We may have to have another conversation related to the investment world, if you will.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
So let me ask you to drill down a little bit. You're in Atlanta.
Hmm.
You're native. AT alien, right?
Hmm.
I had to ask something related to music, right? So, from a musical perspective, who's your favorite artist?
Okay, so if I gotta narrow it down to one, all right, and it's not even an Atlanta artist,
Okay.
it's the great Stephen Morris, otherwise known as Stevie Wonder.
Oh yeah, yes.
That's he's the GOAT. He's the greatest of all time for me as far as creativity, innovation. He's the inspiration. Now, as far as groups, Earth, Wind, and Fire. Yeah, but as far as a single solo artist, I gotta give it to Stevie Wonder, man. Got to.
So, and first of all, I can relate to that. I'm totally with you. Let me ask you this though. I got to throw this out there. See, when Outkast hit the scene back in the day, I know we're talking about a completely different genre and feel of music, but I'm just curious. Where does Outkast fit on your, I guess, not say the grand scheme, but just drilling it down to like rap groups or what have you?
No doubt.
Where do they fall on your scale?
I would have to put them as the greatest duo of all time.
Okay.
I say duo because to me, there's a difference between people say groups. Outcast isn't a group. Outcast is a two man. We either call them a two man or a duo.
There you
When you
go.
talking about groups, it's got to be more than two people. That's just how I see the world. You
Gotcha.
got solo, you got so yeah, they the greatest duo, rap duo of all time.
Okay. So
Yeah.
hey, look, my cousin is a native AT alien. And
Yes,
I'm biased to the entire state of Georgia. I would
no
say,
doubt. Yes,
but
indeed.
I just wanted to get your perspective on Outkast in particular because I think Andre 3000 is still in my top five of like all time
Yeah,
rappers.
yeah, yeah. Top three, So
Well, okay, I wasn't gonna go there, but since you pushed the bill again, I totally agree, and I'm
yeah,
I'm gonna leave that there. So let me ask you real quick, what's your favorite movie?
I gotta go. I would have to say The Matrix.
Oh,
I,
okay,
I would have to say The Matrix. And I'm gonna say Star Wars. All of the both of those movies because it's the same principle.
yeah, yeah,
It's the principle of that kid that one guy that doesn't know his power and he's finding his power along the way and he realizes that he's the one and it's really the archetype of the Christ story.
absolutely.
You know, Jesus walked on water. Luke was a Skywalker.
There we go.
They just switched it up. Neo was the one. So it's the same principle. So
I
yeah,
like that. I like that. Yeah, thanks for sharing it and highlighting that too. So
yes.
I got to go here. I'm curious. I'm gonna stay high level at first, right? If you were president, if you were POTUS for a month, right? If you were the POTUS right now, period, what was one main thing you would focus on? Maybe two, maybe two.
Man, off the rip, the first thing I would do is grant reparations to the American descendants of slavery. That's the first thing. Because you can't have a country. There will be no United States of America without us.
Absolutely.
There will be no stability. America won't be right until it figures out its Negro problem. And
Wow.
the Negro problem is they're going to have to do right by us. And
Mm,
As Whoopi Goldberg said in The Color Purple, until you do right by me, everything you do will fail. You know, she put up them two fingers on Danny Glover. He had to stop. So that's what it is. So
That's
yeah,
what it is. That's what it is. Okay.
yes.
Okay. So look, I'm gonna drill down just a little. And again, I keep going back to this native AT alien thing, right?
Hmm.
If you were the mayor of Atlanta right about now, what would you be doing? What would your focus areas be?
My number one focus as mayor of Atlanta would be to stop gentrification, to
Mm,
put the residents first. So Atlanta, it's growing. So everybody wants to come to Atlanta, especially with other states being closed. It's just been a rush of people just coming and coming and coming. The problem is, even before the pandemic, it was causing people to be displaced, mostly Black people, Black natives, because the
mm,
price is going so high in the city.
mm,
So I would create an anti-displacement plan to slow down and stop gentrification, because the city of Atlanta actually has one of the largest income inequality gaps
mm.
in the country.
Oh, I
You
wasn't
have,
aware of that.
yes, you have the richest of the rich, and that's all you see on Love and Hip Hop and Real Housewives of Atlanta, because
Right.
that's what they want to show. But you also have the poorest of the poor, and a lot of Black folks are living like they're in a third world country in food deserts. So
Mm,
that's the number one thing that I would do and hunker down on. Now, within that, you got a lot of issues that need to happen. There needs to be a concerted effort to put energy into young Black men and wealth building. So
mm,
there needs to be something to where we reach out to these young brothers and let them know you're a part of the community. You're not separate from the community. You're not an outlier. You don't
mm,
have to do dirt. We have to bring them in and say, no, you're not a predator. We love you. You're a protector of the community. And I
mm.
think that can be done with all these celebrities, all of these politicians. That
Right.
can literally be done overnight.
Wow. I wholeheartedly agree. There are two close buddies of mine in particular that comes to mind. Um, as you laid all of that out, and they work in specific areas of city involvement. And another one, he has his own show, the Big Mic Drop. A good buddy of mine, old Air Force buddy, he's doing some amazing things around that area as well, and introducing you guys in some form of fashion, man. Only God knows
Yeah,
what you guys could do. And
I
I
love
that's just an example. I'm just putting that out there. you know so
definitely.
uh, cousin Raymond, I gotta go here. I gotta jump here. You're doing so much, and I feel, I sense, I see, the yeah, your passion, behind what you're doing. So, from a motivational standpoint, what 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 is it? And in part, you've kind of already answered that, but I want to hear from you. I really want to shine a light right there. So, what's your greatest motivation?
Okay, so I do music, right? Believe it or not. I was with the mother of my child, who I love dearly. We're good friends to this very day. All right. When we were together, I used to record my rhymes, okay? Because it made it easier than to write it. So one day I was recording my rhyme, and I've always had this fixation with the number 33. I see it everywhere. It's 33, 33. It's one of those numbers that I would always see, okay? So while I was recording my rhymes, me and my girl were talking at the time. When I played back on the voice recorder, there was a third voice that spoke over our voices saying, you have to inspire, inspire. That freaked me out. because it wasn't my voice. And I know it wasn't my voice because I was talking on the voice recorder. She was talking on the voice recorder. We could hear both of our voices. There was a voice that came over both of our voices saying, "You have to inspire, inspire." I kid you not. And she would tell you this to this day.
Wow.
That right there let me know what my path was. And I
Wow.
can't deviate from it. I don't know who the voice was, but they didn't say nothing wrong. So
Wow.
it's not like they was telling me you gotta go out and no, they said something
Absolutely.
positive.
Right.
So that right there, that's my motivation.
Man. Man, that's I wasn't expecting to hear that. Uh
Yeah,
that's beyond deep. And
yeah,
that's some metaphysical, that's some bruh. Hey,
yeah.
thanks so much for sharing that one, man. And
I've
I
never shared that publicly, but I need to share more. So thank you for asking that question.
wow, wow. Yeah,
Yeah,
you're welcome. You're welcome. And again, I appreciate you even, even thinking to put that out there. That,
yeah.
that's good stuff, man. So I tell you, I got to ask now about, and again, you kind of sort of answer that what I'm about to ask, with what you just said. So from a legacy standpoint, your legacy, what legacy do you want to leave?
So I have a 15-year-old daughter. When she has children, and I'm a granddad, and I'll be a granddad at the time. When she has children, and my grandchildren say, "Hey, granddaddy," I'm not gonna be able to stomach if they say, "Wow, the world is like this. I mean, all of this is going on. What did you do? What did you do?" I'm not gonna be able to sit there and say, "Well, I really didn't do too much." I won't be able to do that. So my legacy that I leave, I want to make sure that there's a better world and a better planet for my children's children. That's the legacy I want to leave. I just want to assist in the evolution of our people. I just want to assist. I'm here to assist because we're going in that direction anyway, but I just want to help usher it along. Just call me
Absolutely.
Usher. You can call me Usher Raymond if you want to. I'm just an usher.
So are you saying you are the original Usher Raymond?
I'm the original Usher Raymond.
No, man. Hey, serious. On a heavy note, that everything that I've heard from you, especially over the last 5-7 minutes or so, have been absolutely mind blowing.
Mm,
I tell you, and kind of like shame on me for not even knowing half of what you just shared. It's
yes.
my first cousin doing all of these things. But like you said, that's okay. We're all heading in the right direction. You know, positivity. We as a people are learning to move together more.
Hmm.
We have a long way to go in that department because we really need to learn how to move better together, right?
Yes. And our
But
people need to see those examples. And that's why I didn't mention Hood Heroes TV.
yeah, yeah,
With that platform, I'm showing the heroes in the community. That's my whole job, and that's how I want to usher in those positive influences through Hood Heroes. And that's why you got the two. Uh, 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 uh. Yeah, got it. Hood Heroes TV. That's what I'm doing, shining the spotlight on the heroes in the community.
awesome. Look, cousin Ray, we're gonna be talking more and more. We have to. I mean,
Got to.
there's no ifs, ands, and buts about it. There's a lot of work to be done. I feel and I know we have enough of that. I commonly refer to it as just intellectual capital, you know,
Mm,
that we can harness and really chart strategically, really chart courses that are really going to move the needle for us, right?
mm,
So we can leave those legacies, as you just touched on, individually, whatever they look like in
mm.
our respective area, you know. So,
Yes.
look, hey, cousin, I want to thank you again for setting aside the time and participating. This has been very enlightening to me, as I'm sure it will be to others. I'm going to continue to do things like this. You've given me some more ideas. So, look, this is only the beginning.
Yes, indeed.
Only
Yes,
the
indeed. Thank you, cuz. I so appreciate this, man. Keep up the good work, brother. This is
you're welcome.
beautiful.
You're
Yes,
welcome.
indeed.
I
Yes.
appreciate it. All right. Well, there it is. Our spotlight with Raymond Jones.